What's up guys, Gerald here, long time no see, and actually, welcome to another YouTube series that'll be on this channel called Writing with Gerald Richard, where I offer my various takes on the writing styles in different media such as TV shows, books, movies, etc., and also giving a few tips as an up-and-coming writer to help anyone else looking to get into the scene of writing literature or making scripts for movies, etc. But today, I'm not exactly going to be offering my experience per se. We're actually going to be talking about someone else's experience. Pretty nasally, goddamn. So, if you aren't aware, there's this person named Lily Orchid, I don't really know what their last name is. Lily Orchid, and they are a YouTuber. Are they a good YouTuber? If you don't know them, if you do know them, you probably know them for their 2-hour-long video on why Steven Universe is a bad show and why you shouldn't watch it. Should you watch that 2-hour-long video? Hell no. That's 2 hours you'll never get back. I should know. I actually spent those 2 hours and watched that full video, and God, do I regret every single second of it. But apparently Lily actually got, what's it called? The word fucking escapes me, Jesus Christ. She got deleted from Twitter, basically. Her whole account got shut down, yeeted, fucking Undertakered out of there. And she actually came back. And when she came back, she actually came back with some writing tips for us guys. Isn't this just gonna be great? And I figured I'd go through and look through every single last one of them, and most of them are gone. Yeah, apparently not many people really agreed with her writing tips, so she deleted them. But thanks to the magic of screenshots, nothing's ever truly gone, and so there are a few of her writing tips still left that I will offer my own personal opinion on. And of course, there's only a few, so I'm going to be skipping in between a few numbers because there's only a few numbers she has left. So let's start from the beginning, shall we? Starting with number 25, because apparently 1 through 24 were not captured. Justifying horny armor designs or horny clothing designs with sexual agency makes you a huge turd. Characters don't have sexual agency. You made them that way as a justification. See Rule 10. Well, we can't see Rule 10, Miss Lily. You deleted it. 26. Related to above, if your justification is to just be honest and say you like oogling sexy characters, you're still a huge turd. But slightly less of a turd than above. Slightly. Well, here's the thing with that. First off, those right there, those don't really seem like writing tips. Those seem more or less like you just cherry picking your ideal story. Well, just like comedy, what people like is subjective. You can't really just say that the most ideal story doesn't have sexy niggas. And I'm saying sexy niggas because it's not all about the chicks, bro. It's 2020. Everyone wants a piece of some action. I go both ways. I like abs and titties. I like abs with a pair of titties. I like abs on a nigga too. I like a nigga with a good full old beard. Let me calm down the horniness just a little bit. What she just offered so far doesn't really seem like actual writing tips, just her cherry picking her perfect story. A writing tip would be saying like, write with some good music playing. It helps you focus more on developing your story, or at least write with music that fits the theme of your story. Something along those lines. So right now, Lily, you're not really proving yourself a good writer because you're not really giving off legitimate tips. But we're not going to doubt you yet. We're going to keep giving you an honest college try. So let's go on to number 27. 27. Don't worry about not having everything out planned beforehand. No writer or creator plans everything beforehand. And the ones who say they do are filthy liars. Writers have at best 1 to 2 story beats they're determined to, and at that point the screenshot cuts everything else off. So I'm not gonna try and say she says anything other than that. I'm just gonna read what I saw. And if I'm being honest, I don't really disagree with her on this one, and this one's a legitimate tip. I don't agree or disagree. Well, how do I say this? I agree with the fact that not all writers have everything planned out beforehand, but Some of them do, Lily. Have you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? Everything from point A to point B made sense because they had one goal in mind and they knew how they were going to achieve it from season 1 to season 3. They had everything planned out between those 3 seasons. Not everyone is a filthy liar because not everyone writes the way you do, Lily. I like to write out everything beforehand. I would like to know where it ends and where it begins and everything in between. Because if I'm being honest, I'm not really good at making stuff up on the fly. I'm working on my improv skills, I'm trying to be a better actor, but I could do a lot better. But that's besides the point. Some writers do actually make it up as they go along. And if that's your writing style, more power to you. Because you're the writer and it's your story. And who knows? Maybe it'll actually be golden with the way you write it. Don't really just worry about how someone tells you how to write. Write the way that you want to. On to the next writing tip. 46, 47, and 48. Yes, we skipped a few. Mary Sue is not a real criticism. It's thinly veiled misogyny always disregarded. If I'm being honest, Mary Sue is overused, but I would not really say it's misogynistic. It all depends on the usage of it. But I will say that Mary Sue has become overused in recent years. Everyone's using it like, oh yeah, fucking Rey Skywalker, Mary Sue, Legend of Korra, Mary Sue, blah, blah, blah. If I'm being honest, use a better word for criticism, but I would not say that Mary Sue is misogynistic. 47. Emotional vulnerability, I'm fucking stupid. Emotional vulnerability does not make a female character anti-feminist. What the fuck? I don't even know how to respond to that one. Like, the more I read, the more this seems like she's just cherry picking shit, because I have no idea what that could apply to. And 48. Goblins are inherently anti-Semitic. Do you think goblins look like Jews, Lily? Numero 67. I don't want X character to be defined by her relationships. It's a stupid philosophy to have. Everyone is defined by their relationships. That's how human beings work. Now, last I checked, I can be defined by who I am as a person, not just by my relationship to, let's just say if I were to have one, my girlfriend. That's besides the point. I can be defined by simply being the Gerald Frederick Richard II, rather than being, in a relationship with some nigga and just being like, oh yeah, I'm defined because I'm insert name here's brother, or I'm the son of insert name here. I can be known simply for just being me, just like Naruto is known for being Naruto. But at the same time, Boruto will also be known for being Naruto's son. But that's mostly because the writing in Boruto is just kind of... But that's besides the point. Some characters can be defined by relationships, but some aren't. And there's no problem with that, Miss Lily. On to the next tip. 89. Hardcore fans will tell you that continuity is the most important thing. They're wrong. So, let's say we have this long, drawn-out story. It's been going on for let's say 5 seasons. And the main character, who's just been busting his ass, this is just like a normal story. It's grounded in reality. So he's just been busting his ass, kicking ass of all the bad guys, just using his own muscles and hard wit, just kicking ass on his own. He gets to the main villain, and suddenly, he can shoot fucking fireballs. Would continuity be important then, or wouldn't it be? Because I'm just saying, I'd be a little fucking confused if John Smith is over here just fucking Kamehameha on niggas out of nowhere. That would seem a little confusing to me, and damn near irritating, because it's just like, I've just been watching this story grounded in reality. If I wanted to watch Kamehamehas and shit, I'd go watch Dragon Ball Z, not fucking the Adventures of Long John Smith. So yes, continuity is important, unless you're, say, for instance, writing an episodic series like SpongeBob, then you can just do whatever the fuck you want, because everything just reverses by the end of the episode. On to the next tip, y'all. And these two are actually the final ones that I found. 95 and 96. 95. Some of the best stories ever made were written as an act of spite. I don't even need to say anything about that. That's just pure and honest bullshit. And 96, any system of government, with the exception of fascism, can exist in a positive or negative context. Monarchies were Let me try that again. Any system of government, with the exception of fascism, can exist in a positive or negative context. Monarchies are not always inherently evil, see Hawaii pre-annexation, and democracies are not always inherently good, see the USA. Write accordingly. I'm assuming she went even farther than 96, but let's tackle 96. If I'm being honest, for this last one, I agree with her. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong or untrue about that statement, and it's a good tip. It's just like when you're writing different government types, not all of them are good and not all of them are bad, but like some people are mad at her because it's just like, oh, she's saying the USA is bad and shit. It's just like, the United States isn't perfect. I'm not here to get political, if I'm being honest. This last tip was legitimately a good tip. Cue the worst person you know just made a good point meme right here or whatever. So yes, these have been Lily's 96 through 25 her writing tips that I have managed to find. And most of them were complete and utter dog shit. And judging by the reactions of most of the other people who've gone through these, and I'm looking through the thread where these screenshots are from, it just seems like everyone's just saying, yeah, she's just spewing out bullshit. And like, yeah, I don't blame them. And it's just, I really wish I could see the full thread, because I would like to go through every single one of those tweets in the thread and just see what her true fucking opinion on everything was. And maybe I will be able to find the rest of them eventually, but not today. So, hope you all enjoyed the first episode of Writing with Gerald Richard, and I look forward to talking with you more. Hope you all enjoyed my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers shirt. It's from Walmart. And it's actually really comfy on me. But that's besides the point. As always, I hope you all enjoyed. Donate to my coffee account in the description, because I may or may not be homeless in 3 months. Who knows? I need help. But that's besides the point. I'll see you all in the next video. Love you guys, and make sure to have yourselves a damn good one. Peace out.
They hit your lungs like a rock.